Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now if you watched last week's episode, you'd know we finished up the Ford Focus ST build and we added some mods onto that, so that is on the road and looking great. But today we have just been delivered a brand new build. This is my new 2016 Volkswagen Golf R. Obviously, you know what the channel's all about. We don't go buying cars looking nice, driving nice. We've got this another Copart special, and this one being no exception. Now this car's a beautiful spec. It comes with the 3 doors, the gloss black accents all around the car. I believe that's called the black package. We've got these beautiful 19-inch Pretoria alloys. Now the one thing that really attracted me to this car in particular is this super rare colour. It's the night metallic blue. It's very different to the lapis blue, but you can see here in the sunshine, even covered in dust and dirt, it's looking absolutely stunning. Now, being a Copart special, this car comes with its own story. I bought this car sight unseen as usual, saw the pictures online, liked the car, and it went for a great price. But of course it comes with its own story. We can see here a perfectly shaped lamppost. So it's pretty safe to assume everything below this has been destroyed. Now there's barely a headlight left. We've got a tiny bit of a headlight remaining. All this plastic trim and metal trim has been completely smashed. The radiator that is supposed to mirror this side is missing completely. And of course, the front bumper is non-existent. Now this was a complete impulsive buy for me. I saw the pictures. I've always wanted a Golf R, and it went for an amazing price. We'll get into that a bit later. But as soon as the car got delivered on the recovery truck, I seen a pool of oil on the bed. But we'll get into all that mess later on once we get the front end completely stripped apart. But for now, I want to start on the interior and get all those deployed airbags replaced. Before we start, just a quick disclaimer, I am not a professional, I'm just giving it a go. Now I have ordered a complete front end for this car. Whether we need the whole front end, I don't think so, but we'll see once it comes in the next couple of days. So whilst we're waiting on the exterior parts, let's get started on this interior and get all the deployed airbags replaced. Now before the car even arrived, I had bought this complete airbag kit. We've got the dashboard with the steering wheel airbag, knee airbag, the curtain airbags, and even the seat belts. So we have the complete kit. Let's get you on a time lapse, get this old dash removed and get the new one in. The dashboard is completely out. It looks like a complete mess right now, but it does make sense. If you go piece by piece, it's pretty simple. It's just held on by Torx screws and a ton of plastics. So here is the old dash, and there's the new one. and all these plastics had to be removed. And there you have it, the dashboard's 100% complete, the steering wheel airbags replaced. I haven't done anything with the seat yet, or the curtain airbag, or the seat belts either, they're completely locked up. I'm not too worried about that, I'm just eager to get this car started. Now, at the moment, we can't keep the car running for a long period of time, because it has no coolant in the system, and that's because the radiator's missing on the driver's side. So let's start with getting the car completely stripped down, get the crash bar off, get all these old broken brackets off, and maybe even the bonnet, and then we can assess what we need to change and what's savable. So you joined me here on the next day. Yesterday I had to quickly pack up because it started raining pretty heavy, but we got quite a lot done. Let's have a look. So I started off by taking off the crash bar on the front that was held in by 8 bolts, 4 bolts on each chassis leg, followed by the washer bottle. You would have seen that it was completely smashed, so I got that removed. The bracket that held on the auxiliary cooler on the side, I got that removed, and it was a bit tough because it looks like this stud is a little bit bent, so that will need hammering up. And then I got the slam panel and the radiator and the intercooler removed. I didn't take off the AC cooler because I don't want to be wasting the gas that's inside. It's a bit pricey to get filled up again, but we'll see. If I need to remove it to get the new radiators on, then we'll see. Now luckily there's really not much damage. The radiator, intercooler and the AC condenser look completely undamaged. I can reuse that. The slam panel that goes around them, I've already got that on order, but little things like this cable's obviously been snapped off that plug, but I've gone and got a replacement, so I'll get that soldered up to there and change it for this plug. Hopefully it's a match. Yeah, so there you go. That goes perfectly in, and then I can solder these two together. I'm guessing that's some sort of temperature sensor on the radiator. But next up is the bonnet, so let me get this one removed and see if we can line up the new one. I'm really happy we got to save the radiator and the intercooler, because that would have cost a lot of money to replace. But look at this slam panel. It's split in two. The top half is completely separate to the bottom half. Now, to get the bonnet removed is quite simple, starting off with the washer jets, unplugging the washer jets from the bonnet and then feeding the wire through the bonnet, and then onto the hinges. So 4 bolts holding the hinges on, 10 mils, and then the strut, that's just held in with the retaining clip. Now, whenever you've got a bonnet that's hit this hard, you can almost guarantee that both the bonnet hinges are going to be bent as well. And that's why I have bought 2 new bonnet hinges, or used bonnet hinges, and all you need to do is remove this bolt here, and the hinge will just come off. Nice and easy. I've got my new bonnet here. This was an eBay special. I got it for £100. It's got no dents, it's got a few scratches, but it needs painting anyway. On the other side, it is a silver bonnet, and so before bringing it over, I had the underside sprayed blue, and that will save us having to take it off again, stripping the bonnet bare and respraying it whilst it's on the car. So that just saves us a bit of time. There you have it, the new bonnet is on. Fairly simple, just 2 bolts on each hinge, followed by the washer jet cable, and the washer jets just push into the new bonnet without having to line it up. I haven't lined it up at all yet. The gaps are looking super nice. This side, the front of the wing was slightly dented here, and as you can see here, it's dented as well. So I'll just hammer that out, and that will hopefully make that gap perfect all the way along. Get back onto the damage down here. I need to get the new washer bottle back in, and the auxiliary radiator which bolts on to these 3 holes there. Here is the new washer bottle. It comes in 2 pieces, a lower and upper part that just separates there, pulls apart. So let's get the bottom side in first, and then the top neck just pushes in. And there you have it. Pretty crazy to think that we only got this car delivered a couple of days ago. I've already got the dashboard replaced, the steering wheel airbag replaced, we've even got this new bonnet on, and we've got the front end completely stripped apart. So join me on the next one when we hopefully get this car back together and on that first test drive.